Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Grave Matters. As we return to the graves, awesome to have everyone here. Please say hello to As the Raven Dreams and his lovely wife, Patience, the man behind the yellow line. I'm CreepyClownGirl. Alongside of me is my sister from another mister, Filia Noctis, and the Sleeping Wendigo. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
He's not a sister. I don't know. Are you a sister?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but he is.
Hello, Raven. Hello, Patience.
Oh.
Hello, friends.
Hello,
Did you
guys.
miss us? Missed you. Got dark little
Yes,
voices
we
in
did.
here.
Hi,
Who else is in here?
DLV.
I was gonna say, who else is in here?
Let's see. That's so far DLV.
I think right now it's just us chickens.
Yep, just us chickens.
Hmm.
So,
So, Wendigo, how have you been?
I'm doing good.
Good. Good. So, here you have a friend with you today. Would you like to introduce your little friend?
Well, everyone, today on Grave Matters, we have Grimm Stories. Welcome, Grimm.
Yay!
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Grimm.
hello,
Oh my
Grim.
lord. I just turned on a unicorn that talks to me. Sorry, I'm playing with my niece's toys, and one of them talks, and that scared the crap out of me. Hello, everyone.
That's good.
Okay.
No,
As a
this
talking.
is
Now, if this thing does talk, you're gonna have to hold it up to your little microphone so we can hear what it says.
All right. This is a weird little toy.
so real quick. Oh, is it? We want to hear
Every
it.
time you talk to it, it tries to replay itself.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, cool.
I want to eat your soul. Yes. Okay. That toy is boring me now.
Definitely.
Anyway.
Next time your niece plays with that, it's gonna tell her it wants to eat her soul, and she's gonna freak
Which is
out.
fine. No, she's gonna love it and probably offer it mine. That's just how crazy she is.
She's gonna love it and start a full-fledged black mass.
She's gonna go, no, you don't need mine. You can have my uncle's, okay? Okay.
Well, before we get started with the show and the interview, I have an announcement to make. We have 3 milestones. First off, Stranger Stories. As soon as I'm able to type his name and link in the chat. Congratulations to him on reaching 70 million views. Awesome job, buddy. I remember being a part
Wow.
of your 1K collab. Yeah.
Seriously, 70 million views. It's crazy.
Isn't it? And our Wendigo over here, 5 days ago, has 4,500 views.
Yay!
So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And I have over 7,000 views.
You have all
Congrats.
made me very impressed. Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you. Why do I feel like I'm talking to Count Dracula?
I'm not sure what you talk about. I am just me, okay?
Do you want a vodka?
I
Okay.
do,
Oh,
I
God,
do
yes.
want vodka. But I am working right now, so no vodka allowed, okay? I will try later. Yes.
Darn it.
It's only 2 p.m. here. If I start drinking, people are going to think I'm an alcoholic.
No, it's afternoon. You hit
It's 4
noon.
o'clock
Except
somewhere.
on Sundays, and then you can start having champagne cocktails at like 10 a.m.
You think I can afford champagne?
Okay, well, there's really cheap champagne out there. And if you mix it with orange juice, not so bad.
Chardonnay. I like it.
Chardonnay. Like a wine spritzer with a little bit of soda water.
Yes, don't forget to add a squidge of wine. Sorry, not wine, lime. Oh gosh, wrong.
You are adding, if it's It's a spritzer. You are adding
What
wine.
happened?
I'll just
I
add
don't
whatever
know.
alcohol I have on my bench.
We
We'll
are
just go with that.
so off track. Okay. So,
It is fun. Grim,
Yes.
can you please
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your avatar, your channel, and its content, please?
Alrighty-o. So, my avatar is a chibi Grim Reaper. The reason I picked that was for the factor that I am technically just an anime buff, to be honest. I spent a lot of time learning how to draw anime back in the day. I do realism as well. If you look on some of my Instagram, you'll see what I mean. But I didn't want to be too outlandish with it, so going full Monty with my design. So kept it cute, kept it small, kept it recognizable, meaning if I was to throw it out in any different form, people would still be able to tell it's me. Now, when it comes down to the style, the name itself, Grimm, comes from a nickname I got when I was a child. I was a very, very dark gothic kid, so everyone just knew me as Grimm, the weird Grimm kid, I suppose. But it stuck with me. So everyone now, even my mother, calls me Grimm whenever she doesn't want to remember my actual name. And yeah.
I don't like
just
you. I don't
for-
want to remember your name. I'm just going to call you Grim.
Yeah, she's just like it's less syllables than my actual name. It's how I knew I was actually in trouble when she didn't bother using the full name she gave me at birth and just abbreviated it to the nickname given to me by children. I knew I was in trouble, but it kind of stuck with me.
Oh, that's kind of like the opposite of what happens in the U.S. More names you use, the more angry your parents are.
My mother's
Yeah.
Irish.
Right?
One of everything.
Oh,
I don't want to talk to you. You shut your face, all right? Come here, Grim. I'm going to knock you in the mouth. Come here.
come here, let me hit you.
Yeah, we just listen.
Because that works.
Yes, Mom.
Come here, let me hit
does.
you.
Okay, when you're in an Irish family, it does. Okay, I'm getting nightmares.
No,
Sorry.
I fully
Yes.
understand.
Come here, or I'm gonna come after you, and it'll be worse. Okay, come here. She was a lovely.
Well, I
She was a
think
lovely.
growing up with the nickname Grim,
Mm.
I think growing up with the nickname Grim would be cool. My brother Alan couldn't say my name. Oh God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. So he called me Shoo Shoo.
Shoo?
I love that.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, I couldn't say my
I'm like, okay.
couldn't say my brother's nickname that everybody else in the family called him, so which wasn't his real name. So I ended up calling him Bootsy.
It's adorable. The cuteness is overwhelming.
I know, right? And then, like 3 years later, we realized we hated each other. And from then on, it was like physical violence continuously.
I didn't know there was any other way to show love. So
Oh, this is
Oh, we were in our 20s. It was crazy.
sounds normal.
I punched through a window because he had his face smashed up against the glass and he had locked me outside. He was teasing me, so I punched through the window.
That is super duperly impressive.
Chased each other around the house with knives. I mean,
Ooh.
I thought that was normal. I thought that's how everybody expressed their love.
Love.
Right?
Being from
love.
being from New Zealand, Lord of the Rings.
And
how
yes,
was a real
everyone,
big
it
thing.
is 2022.
It is 2022. That's right. Being from New Zealand, Lord of the Rings was really, really big, right? Everybody talked about it. It's the first big film or series of films to be recorded in New Zealand. So we, as kids, would play in the backyard as the characters out of Lord of the Rings. Now, I was Gandalf for some weird reason. I don't know why. I didn't have hair or beard, but whatever. And I was using the dual staff. Ended up smacking my brother in the nose. Broke his nose in the middle of a orc fight that didn't exist. That was our usual get-together. Something was broken, something was cut. That was life. As I said, I thought that was normal. That's a terrible story.
Yeah,
And I talk
perfectly
about how
normal.
many.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
No, but
crikey.
a lot of
real
families
quick,
have weird things.
Phoenix Fire. Phoenix
Sorry.
Fire just shared with me. Congratulations to him. Phoenix Fire, congratulations to him on 10,000 views.
Wow.
Bravo, bravo. Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know any other words in Italian, so I'll just say bravo and leave it at that.
No, I think a lot of
Bravo.
families actually have a bit of violence and stuff. I don't think everybody's all lovey-dovey, cutesy with each other like
Only in
we're
Hollywood.
portrayed to be.
That's
My brother and my uncle is only 5 years older than my brother, and he's 8 years older than me. They handcuffed me to a swing set when I was a kid.
Sorry.
what? What the hell?
Well, because they didn't want me to follow them, and my uncle had a set of handcuffs. So they handcuffed my ankle to one of the uprights on the the A-frame of the swing set. So
That's just messed up.
I was stuck there until my grandpa came home and cut the chain. And then when they got home, they got in trouble. But I don't think everybody's family's nearly as nice as people tend to be.
Oh God. That is a
Or maybe it's just my
that is a-
family.
that is a very scary story, and I'm sorry I laughed so heavily with that. but
No, I think
that is
I
impressive.
laugh too now.
Back then,
That was
probably not.
impressive.
No, then I was
Lord.
upset. But
Oh crikey. I'm sorry. I need a second to stop myself. from
How
cracking up.
befitting.
so
The
you
topic we
bloody
were talking about.
topic we're talking about is
Raven, look at his reaction, but how befitting the topic that we're talking about, and this is our show, Return to the Graves. Hello,
Right.
everyone.
oh crikey.
Yeah, just moving right along.
Oh crikey is an Australian term that I have stolen for myself. Right? I use it to stop myself from foul mouth and swearing.
Okay, well, what would the New Zealand version of "Oh crikey" be?
We don't have one. We just
Oh,
swear.
okay.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a mentality which is,
We just,
yeah, I mean, if there was any chance of being able to like walk into a room and they say, "Hey, we expect you to, speak politely," we would walk out. We wouldn't be able to be in there for very long. We just have the mouth of a exactly, exactly. Is
I need to
just.
go there.
Mhm.
I do. I need to go
That's
there.
right. You'll love it. You'll love it here. We're incredibly kind. We swear a lot. When we break a bone, we go, "She'll be right," and continue drinking. It's just life. Here.
Walk it off.
You,
Yeah.
you don't walk when you're at that point of drunk. You just sit there and get more drunk until you end up in hospital for alcohol poisoning rather than the bone break. That's how you do it for free. Our medical care is great.
For free. No,
They
I
pump your
love
stomach.
that caveat.
They pump your stomach and fix your bones. That's how we do it in hospitals. That's how you grow up. All right. You haven't lived unless you've had your stomach pumped and your legs casted at the same time. That's the one.
What is the drinking age?
18. You can start legally drinking out in public.
Wow.
16 with parental consent. And any sort of gathering. So, for instance, we can have small, like a wine or two, with our parents and with our parents' friends, as long as they consent to us having something to drink.
Well, hell. I was born in the wrong country.
It's completely different here in America.
Me too.
Wrong family, anyways.
Yeah, 21. I think you guys have, right? And,
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we only have 20 for
Mhm.
gambling. I don't know if it's 20 or 21. I haven't gambled, so I can't quite recall, but I think that's the only thing we have a high limitation on. Everything else is generally around 16 to 18 with parental consent.
Yeah, you can vote for president and die for
Wow.
your country, but you can't have a beer.
Ah, see, that's. Well, I mean, we can have a beer, but we can't vote until we're 18. I suppose that's something
Hmm.
that can be looked at. Hmm. That's okay. I was too busy being drunk
So,
and not thinking
Okay,
about much
so
growing up.
so now that we're just doing random things, um,
Mhm.
you were grim as a child. You were a little
Mhm.
emo boy.
Goth, don't get it
Goth. Okay,
twisted.
I apologize. Apologize. You were
That was
goth,
offensive.
not
Okay.
emo. I do apologize. The fuck over it. Carrying on.
Okay.
that's
Fair
so
enough.
Filia.
I fucking
He
accept
said,
that apology.
"See, I knew he'd be okay with this."
Okay, you swore first.
So,
Anything else now is
Okay,
your
does
what
fucking
anybody
got
have
you
a
game, right?
fucking
started?
question for him?
I'm trying to get the damn
Give him
question
the
out.
fucking question.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
What started you out on your path to horror? Was it books? Was
My
it movies? Was it, personal experience?
all right. To be completely fair, it is the likes of the YouTube channels that are already existing. I would spend my time listening to like Mr. Creepypasta, Dr. Creep, all of the OGs from the
MCP,
original game.
right?
And I myself,
DC.
sorry,
Nothing.
sorry,
Continue.
I have dyslexia as a basic learning disorder. So, as I got older, the symptoms of it got worse. So my reading and my writing and everything got a lot harder. I heard from a friend of mine who goes through it as well that doing something like this and being vocal about these sort of things that you're reading at the same time generally helps you get a better vocabulary and the ability to pick up words quicker. So basically, I had a big want to try to practice reading out loud. I did stand-up comedy without writing scripts for a long time, but I wanted to have a script and start to learn how to do that better. But I couldn't do romance. I couldn't do any of that stuff to the normal side of things. So I picked up the one side that I related to from most of my life, which was the horror community. Like just listening and picking up those stories was amazing. Yeah, and it's what kind of started me. I've only been doing it for about 3 months now, 4 almost.
Oh, so you're just a baby narrator.
I am a baby narrator.
Okay.
He's a
It's okay.
newbie.
That's okay.
It's
We will
okay.
help you on
Don't
your
judge me.
way. That's okay. No judgment. We will help you on your way.
I feel judged.
Oh, no judgment.
There's no judgment.
No.
No, it is not.
I'm
We like
kidding.
helping. We like helping the new and upcoming people. We like helping them go farther in their careers. Usually to the
now-
detriment of our own, but
Hey, if I come up, you're all coming up with me, all right? I don't go up alone. It's scary up there, you know what I mean? Terrifying.
That's funny.
I like how you said that without laughing. That's funny. Now I'm laughing at myself. All right, what was the next question?
All right.
So Wendigo.
So, since starting your channel and where it is now, where do you see your channel going?
Oh, I would love to see it even just getting to the 1,000 mark, like 1,000 subs, couple hundred videos, just being able to get my stuff seen by enough people to have them enjoy what I put forward. Wouldn't really expect too much. No way would I see myself getting to where the Raven dreams, never at all. But just even getting to 1,000 to me
You will.
is just what I like to see. Like it's my maximum goal at this point. I don't like going too far ahead, but just 1,000. Starting that journey from there.
That's a good thing. You'll get there, trust me.
Yeah, you will.
Do I sound all right to you guys?
You do now.
You're a little
Huh?
glitchy, but not bad.
Okay.
You
Oh
know,
my goodness.
it's not your fault. You're glitchy.
Sorry, everyone.
It's a personal problem. It's okay. She's glitchy online
these
and in
headphones.
person.
Frickin-
She's twitchy.
No,
In
it's these
person, she's
headphones that
glitchy.
are
Online,
completely
she's
stuck
glitchy.
to my head right now.
I
Yes.
I
Just
said
call
in
me
person.
glitchy.
You
I'm good.
no, I said in person you were twitchy.
Oh.
Mind.
All right. Call
Never
me glitchy,
mind.
twitchy. Anyways.
Glitchy.
Fine.
Okay. Oh,
You guys just go. It's okay. Keep going. The awkwardness is perfect. I enjoy it. It's all.
so you mentioned stand-up comedy.
Yes.
Do you incorporate horror into your comedy?
I would say I do more dark jokes than the average Joe. So I wouldn't say I include much in the way of horror, but my sense of humor is quite dark, and to the maximum of what I can push myself to where I'm still comfortable with going is quite extreme, and I think that is helped by my like for the dark side of the narration field. Yeah. Absolutely
That's
love the darker side of life, I suppose.
We must investigate this
yeah.
when we are not
About the dark.
Maybe, but I have kept my appearance secret for a reason. I don't want people finding my comedy and then using it against me in the future, so it'll probably stay
Right.
that way.
You know, a lot of narrators keep their appearance secret. Some to like a crazy extent, like Corpse Husband, and then some of us will, we don't like broadcast it, but we've done face reveals and stuff. Especially in like Discord
Yeah.
and stuff. I forgot where I was going with that. Never mind. Next.
That's okay. Oh
There's
man.
people that know what I look like.
Oh.
That's still more people than I would
Oh.
ever be comfortable with.
Yeah, but
I
Raven,
don't
there's
even let my
only 8
partner see
people.
my face.
Oh my.
I wear a bag every time I come inside to see her. Well, you can't look at me.
That was the mental image that came to mind. Actually, what came to mind was the scarecrow from Batman.
I mean, that mask is pretty dope. I myself would be
that's what
okay
came
with
to mind.
wearing that. Yeah. I wore a Pikachu one the other day. Sorry, random tangent. Anyway,
I love
wait.
Pikachu.
I've got a Pikachu
So,
stuffy toy in my hand.
Grimm, if you could take any chapter in your life and write about it, which chapter would that be and why?
Probably early childhood. So I mean, I went through quite a hell of a time as a kid. Like, life was pretty tough. And I think the reason I'd pick that to write about is because it just shows you that regardless of how tough things really are, there's always some silver lining that you can look at and pick up and change about yourself. So I mean, it was a
Right.
very, very tough time. If I kept going the paths that I was going, I probably wouldn't be in the positions that I am now. Definitely not working in my current role. So yeah, it just shows that even though crap can happen, you can stand up and walk along.
Exactly. Very good advice. Very true.
So, do you find it hard to
Wendigo.
separate?
Oh,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, Kelly.
I
No,
was
go
gonna
ahead,
say-
Kelly.
I was okay. Do you find it hard to separate the persona you versus the like working at a suit and tie kind of job you. That makes
To
sense?
be honest with you, I'm amazed I still have my job. I am the same in and outside of work. I today was talking to someone and they have a South African accent, and because a part of my accent is kind of South African influenced by my family, I started kind of heavily putting it on accidentally in the middle of the conversation. That's the sort of stuff that you normally don't do in the role that I have. But yeah, I mean, I've just got that sort of personality where it doesn't really matter. I don't really care what you think unless it impacts you negatively. If it doesn't do that, then I will continue doing me until I'm told otherwise. So the answer to that is there is no difference between me in the suit and tie and me and my persona.
Wow, you are you.
Yeah, just that weird guy who. Sorry.
I love it.
It's just that whole thing. Like I said, when I was talking to them,
cool.
I started to talk like this, and I was like, okay, we have to listen to what you're wanting to tell me, but I need you to slow down for a second, okay? You're talking too fast. Okay, I need you to slow down. You're talking too fast. And that was literally how I realized that, well, today is not going to be a normal day.
Wow.
Working is just how I am.
Wow.
I tangent.
Yeah,
that was a weird
I
conversation I was getting into. I apologize.
I wouldn't have been able to follow any of that.
What was it? I live in a town of 144,000. Thank you.
I was teasing him about Kansas being empty.
Okay.
There's nothing in Kansas but corn. So people, just corn.
And the Wizard of Oz.
And the Wizard of Oz.
No place like home. No place like home.
Mr. Gale. Mr. Gale was Dorothy's uncle. Dorothy Gale.
Oh.
Eastern Kansas is empty. Eastern Kansas is the opposite. Well, then it's going to tip over.
The scales are uneven.
Actually, that was obscure.
Somebody run to the other side.
Right? There was a congressman. This is a true story. There's a congressman. I don't know if he's still in Congress, but he was one of our congressmen. And they were talking about the island of Guam. And the military bases and everything. And they were discussing using Guam as a staging area for something else. And yes, that guy. The congressman actually asked if that was a wise thing because the island would flip over with that much weight on it.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes, I am dead serious. It really happened. Why is it reasonable?
I am super sure that the world would flip over if we had too many people on one side. I'm 100% on that. I'm trying not to laugh.
An island?
The whole world will flip over if we get them all on one side.
Well,
and it'll start rotating in the opposite direction if people start walking.
There's more land mass and more people in the northern hemisphere than in the southern hemisphere. So why hasn't that flipped?
That makes sense to why everyone's so twisted.
I mean, they did tell a group of people to stop dancing on an island because they almost sunk the darn thing. Supposedly.
He is still in Congress. Oh my gosh. See, this is why.
Okay, this is why we love Raven.
Concern me. I'm just concerned on how
he comes up with this. We throw shit out there, he catches it and turns it into reality. Hank Johnson of Georgia. That's who it was.
It trips me out how people can just be so dumb.
Like Wombat?
It's just normal. Like, yeah, I expect nothing less from you, to be honest. Like, it's just you look at them in the eye and go, I wouldn't expect you to be any different at this point. And they still would. I just don't get it. I don't understand people, okay? That's why I do this by myself. That's why I don't have friends. It's a lot easier to not understand people.
See, this is what's wrong with the world. We have people like that, and they're still in charge.
After this show, remind me to tell you my favorite line.
Okay.
There's
Right.
actually
So,
politician.
Wendigo.
All right. So,
Mhm.
for new or upcoming narrators, what is some strong advice you can offer to them to help them succeed if you can?
Okay. Don't be afraid to reach out, right? Like, the only reason I even got involved with you guys is because one day I was on Reddit and I was like, I've got 120 people following me. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. That guy just posted a video. I'm going to send him a message. And that's what I did. I just sent a message. I sent it to Furberry. And that day, the same day I sent it to him, he ended up getting me into every single group. He got me to join Twitter, which I was never going to do. I was going to just never look at that site in my life. But he got me to jump on. He added me to like 15, not that many, over exaggeration, a large amount of horror community chat groups. Is how I got to meet most of you guys, and it's just because I reached out. I think don't be scared to reach out. Everyone here in this community, at least the ones that I've met, want to help you. They want to make your life easier because they had difficulties when they started, and don't feel embarrassed about that. And yeah, it's just too easy to feel afraid of asking for that assistance. Don't let yourself be that way. Let yourself ask those questions, and everyone here will welcome you.
It is great advice. It truly is. You know who else gave us that advice? Dr. Creepin.
No.
Very great advice.
Dr. Creepin said the same thing. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to reach out.
Yeah, it's honestly, I was so paranoid when I first did it because I sent it out to several people. I think I even sent it out to oh man, there's so many. I think I like did 3 YouTubers that day, including Lady, and I just sent them out. I was like, okay, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm gonna get told, piss off. And if I didn't take that step, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have met half the people that I've gotten to know, and I wouldn't have made the friendships that I've started to build in this short time. So, I mean,
Yes.
in all fairness, never let yourself be scared to ask.
That's some really great advice.
It is. It is.
Very good advice.
Also,
Very great
stay
advice.
away from Twitter. Just stay away from Twitter unless you absolutely need to go there, because it is the weirdest platform, and they use DM instead of PM, and I don't get it, but it's fine. I'm learning daily.
Direct message versus private message.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't know the difference. So the first thing I did,
Same
embarrassed the
thing.
shit out of
There's
myself.
no difference between
I-
a direct message and a private message.
There is when
the
they
same
tell you
thing.
there is. There is when you tell them there is. I sent it. I was like, hey, I'll PM you, and then I get a message. You came from Facebook, didn't you? Yeah, how did you know? Because you said PM and not DM. Explosion of brain power. I'm sitting there looking at my phone going,
Oh my
okay, so that
gosh.
obvious.
Oh no.
Okay. Well, I remember when we had to do that on AOL dial-up, so, but I don't remember what we called it back then. I don't remember if it was, I think it was PMs, private messaging.
Yeah. Or what was that? MSN. We would just call it MSN because we were
yeah.
the only one at the time.
Or
Yeah.
AIM,
Which is now.
AOL Messenger.
Oh yes, I remember that. AIM. Yeah.
IMs.
Okay.
IMs, that's what it was. Instant
IMs.
messages.
That was right. Instant messaging. Yes, that's the
Yep.
one. Oh, it's evolved so badly. AOL. ICR. Yeah. Okay. IRC. That was my dyslexia talking. Although I will also say that I'm going to go back to where I said don't go onto Twitter. I take that back. Definitely go on to Twitter. There are a lot of really good people there that will help you out.
Twitter is a tool, I think.
Yes.
Not tool
yes, it
like
is.
Well, our
our resident questioner is here. Everybody, Derringer.
yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. Derringer's here. Hello,
Derringer's here.
Derringer.
Let the questions begin. Oh no.
Oh no.
Resident
no.
Tool is here. I would never call Derringer a tool to his face. Kidding, Derringer. I love you. No, Twitter. Don't get caught up in the Twitter BS. Use it to advertise your stuff. And, that's literally all I use Twitter for.
I quite like putting out good messages every so often, though. I feel
yeah.
like there's a lot of hate there, so just chucking out something nice to people. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I just randomly, especially when I feel like it's
Right.
just something that people need, just chuck out a random compliment or get someone to look at themselves positively. It's a medium, right? And if you're going to be spreading a lot of hate through it, then all you're going to see is hate. So start
Right.
spreading something that isn't the same as everyone else, and it will impact
Right.
people positively.
Right.
And memes are okay as well, and gifs are good.
Exactly. I've been
I like
seeing those.
I'm still a little concerned about the other comment about the porn. Who's sending you porn?
They're not sending, they're retweeting, and yes, there is a lot of it, and it is definitely something to.
How come nobody's
block
sending me
with.
porn?
Well, you're not asking the right people to not send you porn, because
Apparently.
they'll send it when you tell them not to. It's called childbearing. Yeah, reverse
Okay.
psychology. Don't send me
I
porn.
got
It'll flood your DMs like nothing.
Right.
Cat bitches.
I get some pretty interesting DMs, and it's like block. Okay.
Things like horror lover and
Yeah,
everything.
definitely block.
Start retweeting.
So we know that you're a fairly new and upcoming narrator.
Sorry.
What?
Just read
What is it?
Raymond's message. Oh my god. Followed by people that say our horror lovers in their profile, and I follow them back as soon as I do, they start retweeting. Oh my god, my heart. Oh, breathe.
And that is why we love Raven.
Raven.
Everybody loves Raymond. Oh, my heart can't take that.
Oh,
Everybody loves
Oh.
Raymond. Raymond?
my
Oh my god.
Raven.
Everybody loves Raymond. Now we're going
Yeah.
real far back, and
I
the
know.
like
Oh,
generations
oh,
and
oh, you did it. You did
I
it.
know. A lot of people
Oh,
hate you.
you in
Nobody
trouble
hates
now.
you.
You in trouble now.
Anyways, next question. That's what he says. Anyways, next question.
uh,
You know why patience
Okay,
uses the name
so,
patience,
Grimm.
right?
You're a fairly new and upcoming narrator.
Mhm.
So, Grimm, you're a fairly new and upcoming narrator. Is there anyone in the horror community, big or small, that you kind of look up to and would like to do a collab with it? You haven't yet.
that I haven't yet. Well, I've already said this on there. I kind of tweeted a whole lot of, well, there's 3 primary names, but there is the Raven, obviously. I sent that one through. Mr. Creepypasta would blow my mind. He was literally one of the guys who started me on the journey, just listening to him. And I'll stick with those 2 for now, because those are the 2 primaries, Raven and Mr. Creepypasta. Yeah.
Very, very talented and amazing
I just-
people,
Yeah, I love their voice.
and evidently
and-
funny as well.
And I have this thing where I like listen to people, and just hearing how they punctuate their words and everything like that. I just love the way that those 2 do it in particular. And this is not me putting down anyone else, because of course I'd love to and have collaborated with other people that I love in the community. I just like their pronunciation, and I feel that I can kind of fit into a story with them where it wouldn't be too out of place for me. With my accent in the primary issue.
They do
I
have a flawless voice.
Sorry?
I think you need to touch with Dr. Creepin.
What?
I think you and Dr. Creepin would sound really good together.
I'd like to meet them. I actually haven't seen much of Dr. Creepin.
Mhm.
I had them pointed out to me once, but because of
Oh.
everything that blew up as it did, I haven't had much of a chance to watch much of the larger tubes. So I
wonderful.
just kind of stuck with the ones I know immediately and tried to up
He's
them to 300 subs. Sorry.
was a teacher, professor, and I believe he taught English. And he's British. So he is very good at getting your attention and keeping it. And he understands about storytelling.
He is.
And then he has that, well, for us, American girls just love
Hello?
those accents.
Love his accents.
We just love those accents. You know,
Maybe
so,
I should start talking like a Brit
Mhm.
one day.
well,
one
he's
day I'll
very
become
proper
perfect.
British. Very proper. He is
Uh-huh.
not Cockney or from Manchester. He's very posh. Sounds
Very
wonderful.
posh.
Very posh.
I'll throw out a English accent at one point just to really throw you off. That's what I'll do. Just wait, it'll happen. Okay.
Hi,
so these
Josie.
people here. Hi, Josie. Sorry.
So,
Wendigo. Josie.
All right. Grimm, do you believe in the paranormal? And if so, do you have any experiences you would like to tell us about?
That is kind of a yes and a no. So what I mean by that is I was in a living situation where the person who looked after me, so kind of like a foster mother in the US, she was a psychic, so she did a lot of your tarot readings, your palm readings, and so on and so forth, and taught me about the crystals and spirits and all of that stuff. But at the same time, I also found through her the trick she used to, in some cases, basically swindle people. So I believe it to an extent. I've got photos of where I've walked through cemeteries and you see the globes everywhere. But at the same time, I also know that there's a lot of fakeness out there because of what I grew up looking at. As for an experience, the only one that I can remember the most is there was this point where I was a child. I still sleep with the light on, right? I think I slept with the light on until I was like 12 because I was a chicken. I hated the lights being on. But one day, my cousin's partner turned the light off while I was asleep. Sorry. And when I woke up, I saw this image of somebody just like above me. It scared the crap out of me. Like I put the sheets right back over my head. I freaked out. And then later on, it was like a week later, I was walking down the main stretch of town, and there was a spray painting on the wall of the exact same face I saw when I woke up in the middle of the night. And that just scared the crap out of me. Later on, I found out it was a drawing of Jesus, which is what even scared me the most, because I'm not quite sure why that was even there, but it was the exact image that I saw when I woke up that night. So yeah, that's my scariest moment I can think of.
wake up to the face of Jesus and it frightens you? Okay, I got it.
Wow.
More just I didn't know what it was. It was I woke up in a completely pitch black room when I always slept with the light on.
Right.
And then I saw an image of someone above me who I had never recognized because never saw that sort of stuff.
As
Then
for
I found out
sleeping,
later what it was.
sleeping in the dark room, it's really hard to tell where the lava spots on the floor are if you're in a dark room. You have to have the light on to see the lava spots.
That's the one.
I mean,
That's the
okay,
one.
that's an American thing.
Possibly.
I don't know if you
we
guys
just
do
have-
that. Do you guys do that when you're little kids? The floor has lava. You have to walk across the furniture, get across the room.
It's not
Yep.
when I was growing up. It became a thing after it hit our TV, like hit YouTube. Like there was a whole lot of the floor is lava videos that came out not too long ago,
Oh, okay.
and I've seen more kids doing it. But when I was growing up, no, the floor is lava wasn't a thing. It was the monster under the bed is gonna get you, and the only way it doesn't is if you jump on its head. That was the main thing. Oh, I'm kidding. No, you wouldn't even leave the bed.
Right.
But yeah.
From the
we
door
didn't
to the
have
bed, sheets up real quick. Yeah.
That's why the light was never off, because the monster never came out from under the bed if the light was on. Simple logic.
I get it, because even if like the door's left open and the hall light is on, they can still there's still enough darkness that they can get out.
That's right, and it can hide in the corner, and then you'll see it standing
Right.
there staring at you.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
I agree with you. And when I was little, we had bunk beds,
Oh, I hate
and I had the
nightmares.
bottom bunk, so there was always shadow.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, no, not okay with that. I actually just remembered another experience, if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all.
It's more recent, actually. You know that that sleep paralysis. There we go. Sleep paralysis people get.
Mhm.
After a freaking long night of drinking, I mean, it was like 2 days of non-stop drinking. I finally lay down in bed and started to go to sleep. I woke up and my entire body was just exactly that, you know, that like nothing was moving. I couldn't move a finger, I couldn't move anything whatsoever. And I felt a shadow presence, and I saw a shadow presence above me, and it kind of started getting darker, and the shadow started to spread out as if it was getting closer to my face. That was freaking terrifying. But I was like, you can't beat me, because I'm still drunk. You can't beat me, and started trying to force myself to move. In the end, I did move, and the shadow disappeared. I just assumed it was because I was drunk, way too drunk. But still, drunk me can beat a shadow demon. I'm just saying. That's what I live with.
Wow. There's a lot of people in the horror community, as a matter of fact, that experience the sleep paralysis. When we're done with the interview, I will hook you up with someone that talks about that, discusses it quite a bit.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I am fortunate. I don't have that issue. I have other issues.
I've only had it that once, so it was. I haven't had it since then. It was about 3 years ago, so I've been quite blessed to only have it the once. But I just don't drink for 3 days in a row, 2 days in a row. That's. All right, what's next?
What is
Alright.
the flight speed of an unladen swallow?
So, what?
I asked
Sorry?
him what the flight speed of an unladen swallow
What?
was.
Are we talking about a North American or? And I can't remember the actual line. I'm sorry.
A African swallow.
That's the one. Yeah, Monty Python. Quest of the Holy
Yes.
Grail, if I recall.
Yes.
Name me these questions.
Now
Answer me
we
these
can be
questions.
friends.
Great.
now you and I can be friends.
What
Because you
is your
knew what I was
favorite
talking about.
color?
Blue. No, wait.
Oh, red. Red, no blue. Ah,
What is your name?
Lancelot.
What
What is
is
your question?
your favorite
what color is what it said?
Mine, in real
African
life.
or a
European swallow.
That's the one. African or European. That's the one.
What
Actually
is your
has-
favorite color?
Sorry.
a
It-
bird is a bird.
the unladen part gets so silly though when they start discussing the swallow carrying a coconut. I don't know if I've told you guys. I think I've told you before. I have the DVD. There's a what?
Sorry.
You broke up.
Filia?
Hello,
I
are you
think-
still
No,
there?
you
Broke up.
said God no.
Yeah, I think
What?
No, what? Huh?
You broke
I
up
wish
24
Filia.
seconds. Anyway, you
Keep going.
turn the
Filia,
audio. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll tell you guys later. Next question.
Okay. That
All
scared
right.
the crap out of me.
All right, let's see here. All right, Grimm.
I'm confused.
Let's see. Oh, Cece, do you want to do this question or? Cece?
Yeah. So, Grim, you know, you've been a very. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Can you
we
hear
can
me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting some headphones. And okay, I can hear you. So, Grim, you've been a very, very bad boy, and you're now in prison, and you're on death row, meaning you're gonna, be, you're gone. So, what did you do to get arrested? What would your last meal be, and what would your method of execution be?
Okay. What did I do? Um. Give me a second. I was told
Could be
about this
silly. Don't
once,
matter.
and I still forgot. What did I do that was illegal? I jaywalked the go a lot, like too much, to the point where there was an accident. And
There you
my
go.
my final meal would be cornflakes with a little bit of milk. Okay, love them, delicious, best things in the world. And my form of execution would be the electric chair, and that is just because I
So,
want to feel
just-
that last little bit of electricity. Sorry. Yes.
No, I love it. Great answer.
I
Oh.
was just thinking, you know those little zap guns that you could get?
Great.
And you would say, yeah, I was so addicted to playing with one of those that I zapped myself for like a good 15 minutes that my finger was numb for like a year. Yeah, I just love that feeling. I think I would enjoy that as an execution. And it's gone.
Wow.
I have a thing
That's totally different. Yeah. First.
Oh my god, by
in
a
my
million
spine
Teslas.
that sends zappies, lasers. Yeah, the thing in my spine sends little zappies down nerves in my legs, and then it sends that way the signals, the pain signals, are scrambled before they get to my brain, so my brain does not feel the pain from the nerves in my legs.
That's impressive.
It feels like your leg is waking up from being asleep and you've got pins and needles. There are times when it feels like that from the inside out.
Mhm.
Weird. But yeah, I totally understand that.
I'm sorry, I just found my niece's transformer
Okay.
and got distracted. What's the next question?
What would your last words be?
What were my nap?
And remember,
What were my last
And
words?
who would read
this
your
is for
eulogy?
posterity, so be honest.
My last words would be, oh snap.
And who would read your eulogy?
Probably my brother, but I wouldn't really trust him to do it properly. He's a funny man. He'd start saying the most dumbest shit, I tell you. Oh, he was once a drunkard when we were younger. In fact, he got me into booze when I was 12, snuck it into my room. He would just make me sound like a complete ass, 100%. So that's why he'll do it.
Oh goodness, that's hilarious.
Got to go to this country.
Family ties.
I've got to go to this country. I've got to meet some of these people.
I think the go away Transformer. I think the main thing
Me
that
too.
I think the main thing I love about New Zealand and the people here is we are stupidly friendly to the point where even thoughts on American food, I'll get to you in a second. We're so stupidly friendly that we put ourselves in the most dangerous situations on a regular basis. Example, I was sitting at a bus stop playing my guitar, waiting for my bus to turn up, right? And this car pulls up in front of me, and it's these two guys. They're wearing patches, so they are gang members from one of the gangs here in New Zealand, Mongrel Mob, right? Um, I was young. I was probably about 18. I just saw them. They say, "Hey, bro, come on, we'll give you a ride into town." So what did I do? Jumped in the car with these two Mongrel Mob members. They drove me into town. It actually happened. They grabbed my guitar, played it, gave it back to me, and I walked out. But if I wasn't so friendly, I probably would not have had the experience of speaking with those people, you know? So as a
Mhm.
Kiwi, I love how friendly we are. Also, it does put us in a lot of dangerous and dumb situations. Um, Now, my thoughts on American food. I have only had Twinkies. Is it Twinkies?
Aren't they
Called?
wonderful? Little sponge cakes with cream in the middle.
Yeah, we have them sent
Twinkies,
over
yes.
from America. They're 20 years past their expiry date, because apparently they never actually expire. Um, so, I mean, I have no experience in American food beyond just Twinkies. So, I would love to say what my exact thoughts are, but they are just over. They were just the processed version sent to us through a ship.
Baked beans and toast. You eat that?
Hmm?
Baked
I
beans
love
and
the
toast.
chocolate Twinkies.
I have seen a kiwi. I have pet one. And what was your question? Sorry.
What kind of beans?
Baked beans and
Beans.
toast. It's a British thing.
Yeah. So we
Just
have
wondering if
Waddy's
you
baked
guys
beans
do that
here.
What
too.
kind of beans? Oh,
Baked
So they're just
like
right.
baked
bushes.
beans. Yeah. They're normally in a tomato sauce or something like that, stored in a can. And yes, we've had that along with spaghetti. So that's another one. It's kind of like pasta and the same sort of sauce that you put the beans in. You put it in toast with some cheese. Best toast you'll ever have in your entire life.
What time of
But
day
yes,
would you eat that?
whenever. We
Never.
don't
Okay.
really have a
Wow.
specific set up here. So I mean, we one thing to look at when it comes down to a general New Zealand breakdown is we don't really break it down into time frames or traditions. So for instance, in the morning, we may have cereal if it's easy, but otherwise it's just whatever could be leftovers from the night before. It's if you're hungry, you eat. Lunchtime, it's not a specific food. You can eat anything. You could eat a roast steak. It doesn't matter. In fact, that's what I generally do. And at night time, again, same instance. There's no specific preference in time. It's just whatever's available to you.
That's cool. Okay. After a night of drinking, you all of
Right.
your
Love your country. Love your country.
buddies get together and go to like a diner, or I don't know if you guys even know what a diner is, a late night sit down eatery.
So there's no such thing in New Zealand as a late night eatery. Most of our bars and restaurants close at around 10 o'clock at night. There are some bars that still sell food after that, but most of them close at 3 o'clock. So we don't really
Oh,
have
wow.
late night eateries. You can do things like McDonald's. You can do Denny's. I think we've got a Denny's in Christchurch and Wellington. So there are some 24/7 places, but very little. Most of them shut pretty early.
You'll have to come visit
No,
us, and
I
we'll take you
will, and
drinking,
no,
and then to Denny's.
I would love to do that. And just a quick thing on there. I would not help you smuggle a Kiwi to America. Um, just an FYI. I had a friend from Christchurch a while back. I was planning on going visiting her. I was gonna get one. I mean, if I was to give you any advice, and this is someone who's lived in most of the places in New Zealand, don't go to Christchurch. Not worth it. But yeah, just an FYI. You dodged a bullet. Howdy, director.
Hey, director.
Hey, director. My grandmother, many years ago, like many years ago,
Hey, director.
I was a kid, so I think at least 40 years ago, my grandmother, first time she went to Australia and New Zealand, she actually purchased a taxidermied kiwi, brought it home with her.
Yes, that was.
So
a
I
big
grew up
thing
with
back-
this taxidermied kiwi sitting on the top of the piano.
That's cool.
Random thing.
It was a big thing back in the day, but because of how endangered they are, they don't really do that anymore. It's not
Right. It's
something
because
that's
people like my
overly-
grandmother bought them all.
So
And
yeah, I mean, sorry.
I was gonna say, I find kiwi.
I love
I find this bird very weird because the freaking eggs are half the size of the dang body.
Oh, no, it is amazing. Can you imagine spitting that thing out?
Oh
I mean,
hell no!
screw the fact that it moves all of the organs, getting it out.
Yeah.
And Stranger
Yeah,
Stories is here too. Yeah, that would be like giving birth to a 20-pound child.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't know how the kiwi can do it.
I don't either.
Well, that's why
Hello,
they're endangered.
Stranger Stories.
Kia ora. Kia ora, Stranger Stories. How you doing?
Again, congratulations to you, Stranger Stories, on 70 million views. Well done.
And that crazy amount of
remember when I was
views.
part of your 1K collab. Awesome job, man.
Okay. So we
Right?
haven't discussed this
That
a
is
whole
great.
lot. You have like a favorite horror movie or horror series or something like that?
I don't know if this is really a horror series. But if not, I'll go to the next one anyway. Have you guys heard of The Crow? No? So The
I didn't-
Crow is
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Crow, like from the
Yes, The Crow,
graphic
yes.
novel.
yeah, that's right. Brandon Lee's version, the one that he unfortunately passed away on, is like by far my most favorite kind of dark story. I mean, it's not technically a horror, I suppose, but it's very much in that niche. But alternatively, it would be what was it called? Sorry, 16th Ghost, was it? Sorry, I forget names of things so bad. 1 second. "13th Ghost." Thank you. That's the one. I knew it was a number at the start.
Oh,
Tony-
DC Reaper
13th Ghost.
Horror is here.
Reaper with
What's up, Reaper? But yeah,
Tony Shalhoub.
if
Yes,
you
Tony
don't
Shalhoub.
count, if you don't count The Crow, then definitely 13th Ghost. And the reason for that, and it's always going to be the funniest thing, is I watched it as a kid. Like, I mean, I was like 7, and my cousin was watching it in the dining room, and I see that moment where the guy played as Shaggy, I can't remember his name, gets split in half by that glass.
Oh, yeah.
And that just scared me for like 3 days
Yes.
straight.
Yeah.
I just saw the front half of him
Oh,
to the ground, and then the brain, guts, and gore start going down the other side. Scared the absolute shit out of me. But then the next day, I asked to watch it again, and that was it. I was hooked. I watched it like 20 times. So, yeah, it was definitely, because I wasn't ready for it. Just a loud noise ends up just cutting this dude in half. But Lawford, that's the one. Yeah, Lilford. No, I'm making up names.
Oh.
Yes, dyslexia again. But yes, no, I love that movie.
So, speaking of the horror genre, is there a genre that you will not narrate or a form of story you will not narrate?
Not really. I mean, as I said, I got a very dark sense of humor, so I don't really have the same limitations to a lot of people. If you're talking about a genre outside of horror, I mean,
Okay.
there's none that I wouldn't do if I was given, like, if someone asked me to do it, I'd give it a go for them. I'm not gonna limit myself just because of my preference. But yeah, no, there's nothing that could really stop me from narrating a story if it was provided to me or if someone wanted me to do it.
Cool.
Okay. Great answer. Wendigo, you have
All right.
Wendigo.
I'm here. Who or what got you into
Is
horror
Wendigo?
narration? Yes, I'm here. Do you not hear me?
I hear you.
Hear you.
And who or what got me into horror?
Yes, I do now.
Let me see. Are you talking about narration wise or
Yes,
horror in
narration.
general? Okay. I think I said it earlier when I was asked about like some of the ones that really got me into it. It's the likes of Mr. Creepypasta. Have you guys heard Tales from the Gas Station
Hmm.
from Mr. Creepypasta?
Yes.
Tales from the Gas. Yeah,
Yes.
I was infatuated with that series. Like
Wonderful.
I watched that and I've watched it 6 times, like just the whole series. I bought the audiobook so I can listen to all 3 of them. And I never buy audiobooks because I don't like spending money, but I put that money in and did it for that. It was literally so yeah, I'd say the biggest influence that's been there for me since even picking it up was Mr. Creepypasta and the Tales of a Gas Station. I loved the characters in that story. They were so amazing, and the way he portrayed the different voices of each of them. That's why I try to do it in mine. He's the biggest influence I think I have. So you'll notice in some of my earlier stuff, and probably
Yes.
even some of the stuff that continues on, I do multiple voices throughout it, and it's because I want to embody each of those characters and be able to say that I have that skill set. It's also why when everyone asks me to do a collaboration with them, I'll give them either my standard accent or I'll chuck in a couple of different voices so that they can try to match it better with their story. But you know, he was probably the leading influence to start me off. Yeah. Loved Gary.
Right.
Loved Gary so much.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, it was. Oh, I love that series.
I don't think
I
I've
think I'm
seen.
gonna
I like
read it.
as far as like stories go, I like the Lost in the Woods, the
Mhm.
Park Rangers and stuff like that.
Yes. I've actually got one of those that
Yep.
I got permission to read, and I saw one of the big guys, Mr. Dr. Creep, I think it was. No, one of them. I can't remember which one because my brain is dead. But they did it, and I'm like, damn it! I've had that story for a month. Should have got it up for him. Ah. But I've just got to get. Actually, that reminds me. Sorry, 1 second. I have to send the script to someone. I was meant to do that yesterday. That's my bad.
You went,
Uh,
you're
okay,
fine.
I've done that. Taking the note. That's what I do. I forget things until it's too late, and then I get a message. Weren't you supposed to send me a script? And then I go, oh yeah, sorry, that's my fault. That's why I always send. If anyone ever asks me for a collaboration with them, they will receive, in most cases, the recording on the exact same day. I think there's only one case where I haven't, and that is to do with the poetry one. So I apologize, Reaper. I am going to get it to you, I swear. But generally speaking, if it's like a collaboration where it's going on their channel and it's a thing with, even if it doesn't normally have a time frame, I'll get it to you the same day for the exact reason that I wanted to do it for Reaper, and that's because I forget all the time what I'm doing. So yeah, just a bit of a heads up. You'll normally get it in the same day.
Okay. What is your favorite go-to movie snack?
You see, I'm a big boy, right? I'm a big lad. I like all snacks. So, can I just say a movie theater snack bar? Just the whole thing? Just-
Everything?
No?
Just any of it?
Um, yeah.
Popcorn.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
you
I
can.
mean, I'll,
Yeah, I mean,
I
pretty
mean,
much that's like candy and junk food.
yeah, pretty much anything that can give me the ridiculous amounts of sugar that I shouldn't have in my system, I'll take it. I've got a massive addiction to sugar. It's like a problem. But
Take
outside
care
of
of your
that,
teeth.
I do. I brush them one time a month. It's logic. It's how you look after yourself. That was a joke, by the way.
Boy.
So yes, no. If I could pick one, M&Ms. I love chocolate. M&Ms. I would eat 12 bags of M&Ms easily.
Mm.
I don't know if you have
Do
M&Ms over in America.
we have M&Ms. Do you have M&Ms that have things in them?
Which ones? Peanuts,
Yes.
pretzels,
We've got
peanut
like
butter,
20 different
mint.
types of M&Ms.
We don't have peanut butter over here. There's hardly anything with peanut butter and chocolate in New
Pe-
Zealand except for Reese's
Oh,
peanut butter
peanut
cups.
butter, pretzel. Oh, that's
Nope,
sad.
don't have peanut butter pretzel. We have very
almonds.
little peanut butter things over here. It's not a big thing for us. I think because we're not
Oh,
really a sweet and savory kind of collective. So most of us is either sweet or savory. It's not normally a combination of the two.
So you haven't lived until you've tried chocolate covered bacon.
I don't know if I can agree with you. That to me does not sound appealing. But that's just my
oh,
preference. It's
Oh,
my Like that's actually one thing that always threw me. I had a really good American friend of mine, and I used to go to his house all the time when we were kids, and he would have like waffles with bacon and maple syrup on it, and I just looked
oh
at him like he
yeah.
was some sort of like lunatic because we never had that growing up. That was never a
Oh,
recipe. We would either have bacon and eggs or waffles, never combine the two.
oh, make a waffle sandwich that has bacon and eggs in it.
Yeah, no, we never did that. And hey, Raven, if you come to New Zealand and you start the crave, I'm sure you will be able to get people into your guys' taste buds. We are very, very easily persuaded over here. It just needs to be done in the right way. So come on, give it a go.
At with a lack of peanut
Yeah.
butter.
A
Well,
lack
to
of
be
peanut.
fair, I mean, there is a lot of peanut butter. There's just
You'll just
not
have to
peanut
put it in
butter
your
and
own
chocolate
things.
things. Yeah, I think I've only seen Reese peanut butter cups, at least in the South Island and where I currently am. I mean, you can get a peanut butter and chocolate brownie.
I
Yep,
knew
you can
peanut
do
butter and
that. Peanut
bacon.
butter jar. Yep.
A
Peanut butter
spoon to
and
the mouth.
bacon. I wouldn't.
oh,
That
yum. I
that
love
is what
those.
I ate for dinner last night, Raven.
Peanut
Peanut
butter
butter
and
and a
bacon.
spoon. That's what I had for dinner.
Oh, that's a genius move. He doesn't have a thing for peanut butter. No, I do not have a thing for peanut butter.
It is the best.
Oh, but
Oh, he
Raven
does.
does.
He does. Oh, I love that. And I will show you the best peanut butter we've got here, just so you know. By the way, the brownie will rock. The brownie is amazing. And also, I mean, cannabis is illegal
I
here,
love
right?
homemade biscuits with
Wait,
peanut
wait,
butter
wait,
on
wait.
it.
Cannabis is legal or
Illegal
illegal?
here. Illegal here.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
I know some really great recipes with peanut butter and that is a combination. So if you're okay with possibly breaking the law, I'm okay with helping you out. But outside of that, that's fair. Oh, I've got children crying in the background. And that's fair.
I'm okay with helping you out.
My drug of choice. Okay, I can help you with a coffee brownie. It's legal in most
It's legal
states. It's
here.
illegal. I did not know that. I did not know that. See, I don't know very much about America and its cannabis usages.
In
I know that it's legalizing and being decriminalized in a lot of places. But that's
Mostly in the
it's
maximum
West.
what I know.
It's
Like
in the
mostly in
our
the
West.
mostly in the
Mhm,
West, it's legal,
mhm.
But in
Mhm.
the east, where me and Raven are, it's
Mhm.
technically illegal unless you're using it for medical reasons.
Okay, yeah, we don't even have medicinal at the moment. We're trying to get it through, but the referendum just never gets passed because we got too many old people who live here. But when you guys started to change your laws around those places, um, everyone in New Zealand was trying to say it like, "Oh, look, America's starting to do it. We should start to do it too." And our government was like, "But we're not America, so no."
Just because America does something doesn't mean you have to do it too.
If
Yeah,
America
just
went and
because your
jumped
older
off a
brother was doing it.
bridge,
Yeah, no. I can
yes, Reaper,
guarantee
it is
you that
still
if
Yeah, it's not a thing of
federally illegal, but the
it's not a
federal
case of
government has kind
monkey
of
see,
stepped back and
monkey
went, all right,
do.
it's up to the states.
yeah, I can genuinely tell you that if America was to jump off a bridge, New Zealand would not
Yep.
follow. And that is for one major reason: we are too lazy to get to the bridge. Outside of that, outside of that,
Oh, Raven.
we do follow culture a little bit. If America jumped off a bridge and destroyed its economy for the sake of political grandstanding, would you do it too? I mean, if I'm I'm not going to go into this conversation, Ram, because I think it's a bad place to start heading ourselves down. But I will say to you, just as a standard default, no. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right. What's next?
This is not a political, it's not about the government. Would you ever go bungee jumping? You personally, not the country,
Gosh.
you personally.
Well, I mean, if you look at bungee jumping itself, it's a big thing in New Zealand. I think we actually do it in most of our cities. So yes, most definitely.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure we started doing not started doing bungee jumping, but we invented a lot of bungee jumping stuff and equipment here. So yeah, no, definitely.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check this. Give me a second. But I think bungee jumping actually came from. Give me a second, because I'm too lazy. Bungee jumping come from? Jumping, stupid phone. This is why you don't get a Samsung. Da 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 da. Da 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 ba ba. Bungee jumping. England. There we go. Da, da, da. I was close, but not close enough. There we go. England. So it was our. Wait, here we go. Okay, so it was started in New Zealand. Bungee jumping has become bungee jumping has become popular all around the world, but it started when a New Zealander emulated a dangerous South Sea rite of passage. For untold generations, young men in Pennet Coast Island have jumped from a tall wooden tower with the end of a vine
Vines.
tied to their ankle.
Okay. I've seen videos of that. It's scary. You just
I would
hope
not
that your vine
fine.
is short enough that you don't like smack your head into the ground.
Oh,
I would.
that's-
I can imagine how that would go. Someone just
I would
Not
never bungee jump. Nope.
No. I'm
Um, uh,
I'm not a big fan of heights, but
nope, I ain't doing it. I don't care. You couldn't pay me $1
the
million.
first time I saw
you know?
the tribal was in an anthropology class.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was the young teenage boys like 14 climbing up
I
this
would.
like bamboo poles
Mhm.
and then just jumping headfirst.
Ugh. It sounds very intimidating. I mean, I
Yeah,
would do it,
it's
but I would never do it without a professional around. Especially, as I
do it,
said
but you
earlier,
wouldn't be
I'm a
happy
big
about
boy.
it.
Well, I mean, I'm a
I
big boy, so I mean, the rope needs to support me. That's my biggest issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was watching this story about this couple, right? This dude kept begging his girlfriend to go bungee cord jumping with him. And finally she did. And after hours and hours of being in line, she's already, got anxiety really bad. So they get up there, the guys, tying the rope around the the ankle. And he says, okay, you can go, but he didn't specify that he was talking to her boyfriend. So she jumped. And that's when she realized that she wasn't tied to a rope. And
God.
they said that she had already died before she hit the ground because she had a heart attack.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Well, but the thing
I
is, you
couldn't
can
imagine.
survive skydiving. Your chute not opening. So jumping from a bungee tower, you could survive that.
Depends on where you're landing. Like, generally speaking, if you're landing in water, most definitely not.
It's not a
If
good
you were
idea.
landing on land, possibly, but you would have to have passed out before you hit the ground.
Right.
Um,
Nope, she had a heart attack.
Yeah, you're right. It's not the skydiving that's the issue. It's the landing. Yes. It's the sudden stop at the
Oh,
end.
there
real
was a
quick,
statement
let's say
where
hello to Phoenix Fire.
Well, the rest of us
Phoenix!
have said hi to him. I don't know where you've been.
Okay.
Just FYI,
I don't know, that's these stupid headphones. I swear if this video comes out wrong, we're redoing it.
Of course, we can redo it. We'll just have him on again. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, to do the bungee jumping, I would want to know what weight are these things tested at? How many times have they been used? Because at a certain point they're gonna start getting worn out. So I
Don't
need
overthink
all of these details. Don't overthink it, or I won't go. You're right.
I'm the type of person who needs to be kicked, and that would be fine. I'm okay with it. If I'm standing there and they've tied my feet up and they go, "Hey, what's that over there?" Poof, I would be okay with that. But if I had to sit there and stare down and think about it, I wouldn't like that. So just kick me off, all right? In fact, if I didn't have the rope tied to my feet, I wouldn't really know. So just kick me off. It's fine. Hit the ground, dead. Hit the ground. Oh, sorry, don't hit the ground. Bungee jump. I mean, I wouldn't know if they didn't tie it. That's my main thing.
Well, humans weren't given wings.
I don't think I'd want to do
so-
it where it was tied around my legs. I would rather do the one that's got like the harness and it's around your waist and your shoulders and stuff, because the snapping at the bottom, I'm thinking, my neck is going to snap if I do this. I'm going to get whiplash and I'm going to have internal decapitation. It scares me. Okay, I've just talked myself out a bunch of jumping.
No. Mm-mm.
There we go. We're
And
back again.
Raven,
And you talked me out of it.
Are you advocating that someone should potentially kill you for the sake of you maybe going bungee jumping?
the answer to that question, Raven, is yes. I mean, if I'm
it
dead,
wasn't
I'm
even the
not
cards.
going to know.
No, I know they don't
am I?
tie it around your neck. You have it around your ankles, and your neck is the opposite end from your ankles. So when you
To
get
be fair-
when it gets to the end, it's like a whip. Your head's
When you
flapping
first
around.
said- when you first said that you didn't want it tied around your feet, I thought you were going to say tied around your neck, and I was about to start cracking up because of my sense of humor. But then when you said
No,
the
that's
harness,
just regular
I shut
hanging.
myself up real quick. Exactly. What is hanging with style? Okay.
Exactly.
It's just I got it in my head right now, just seeing just down snap up, down snap up. It would be entertaining for the whole
Yeah.
family.
A new execution method. Yes.
Yes.
Execution
That's
by
okay.
bungee.
First question. That's how I want to do it. All right.
Okay.
Just because we spoke about it. That's my new
Yep,
way.
That's a new version.
Yeah.
New thing we're
Eat
gonna
my
do.
cornflakes. Jump off with a
Corn.
with a good hold.
Corn.
Yeah.
Corn, here we go.
Corn.
Oh, here we go.
No, cornflakes. Okay, they're different
Corn.
from corn.
Oh, it's part of
Do
corn.
you guys have
That's
cornflakes over there?
Oh,
a
we
long
went on
time
the
ago. We were
corn.
interviewing. Who was it? It was Silver Threads.
Stormy.
Stormy. Okay.
Stormy.
I think
And,
I remember you telling me, and she wanted the electric chair, right?
No, this is different.
Oh, no, that was
we
MK.
asked him the favorite food thing.
Oh.
What's your favorite snack? He said corn. And we're like, wait, what?
He
He's
said
like,
a
yeah,
can of
like a
corn.
can
Yeah.
of corn. He loves corn.
I mean, I can't say he's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't even have to
Delicious.
heat it up. He just eats it
I
out of the
like
out of, you know,
corn.
the can.
Have you guys seen that new TikTok song? I think that's his new anthem. We should send it to him.
Stormy is a different breed. Yeah, we're not sure what that breed is. We're still having
Storm.
tests done.
He's a storm. He's
Right.
a storm. Well,
It's a storm of a different
everyone,
color for sure.
unfortunately, it is.
Oh, it's time.
It's time. So, who wants to close and who wants to start? And we'll get some closing words from Grimm.
I think we should do the
What
weeks we have coming up. What shows do we have coming up? What weekends are what weeks are we not doing shows?
Oh,
I
Schedule.
usually do that
Schedule.
at the end.
Well, this is in the end.
Yeah, I usually do that at the end. Well, you and Wendigo haven't said your finals, and neither has Grimm.
Okay.
okay.
So,
Well, I would like to thank everyone for coming to the show. I would like to thank Raven, and I would like to thank Grimm for coming onto the show.
Leah.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for being here. Raven and Patience, of course, and Grimm. It was great. We're gonna do this again. We got off on some tangents and it was fun. So we have to have you back. And everybody in the Peanut Gallery, thank you so much. Phoenix Fire and Derringer and Reaper, everybody. Thank you guys for being here, and it's wonderful to be back. Season 2, yay! Okay, I'm done.
Yes.
Oh.
So I want to
Um,
say thank you to Raven and Patience. Oh yeah, Grimm, go ahead. You go
No,
ahead.
no, you
honey.
can go first. You go first. That's absolutely fine.
No, you go. No, you need to go. Go.
All
You
right.
go.
Well, I want to say thank you to all of you guys for bringing me on. It was a pleasure. I enjoyed every second of it, even the awkward silences. They were perfect. They fed my desire to keep making it worse. But I suppose I just wanted to because this is kind of my thing. I just wanted anyone who's listening today, look yourself in the mirror. All right, look at yourself in the mirror and say that you're perfect, because you are, all of you, and there isn't a single person around who doesn't deserve to reassure themselves of how amazing they are. Okay, you're loved.
Aw,
That's me.
you're so
That's my
sweet.
Aw,
it.
thank you. Aw.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right.
Raven, I don't think you have mirrors
Aw.
anyway, so you're okay.
Raven, say your affirmations. Do it. Do it.
Oh, first of all, again, congratulations. Again, congratulations to Stranger Stories, Phoenix Fire, myself, the Sleeping Wendigo. Congratulations to all of us. Raven, thank you again. Patience, thank you. Filia and Wendigo, thank you for joining me again for the second season of Grave Matters. Grimm, awesome interview, really awesome, and had really enjoyed having you on. So next week we are going to have the Happy Jammer, the man behind the yellow line. Next week will be Midnight Researcher. The following week there is not a show. On the 27th of October we are having open show night called the Haunted Punch Bowl. So hope all of you will stop by and
Oh,
say
absolutely.
hi. So until next week, stay frightened. And remember, if you do listen, the graves always whisper. And once you join the collective, you can leave nevermore. Good night, everyone.
Night. Mwah.
Bye bye.